sat back, I heard the critiques. We're here to talk about this little Andrew Schulz, Kendrick Lamar situation. If you're confused how to, well, I guess I gotta go back. So basically, he had a podcast with Shits and Gigs. They was talking about stuff. Shits and Gigs was talking about the black effect when non-black man or even women date the other gender of that black race, or shit, even the same gender of that black race. There is a black effect. It get you looking like, you know, you a little son. You a delicacy out here. And, you know, you get a little glow up. That's what they was trying to say when you get a black girlfriend or a black boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? So, mostly let's focus on the black girlfriend thing. So, basically, Andrew Schulz says some disparaging jokes about black women, saying, oh, they have so much stress, that's why their hair is going gray or whatever, because they dated a black woman. You know, being a comedian. Now, we all know comedians make insensitive jokes. We have seen Dave Chappelle, like, piss off the LGBT community, plus community, because of certain jokes he has against them and various other comics of that ilk. But basically, this really struck a chord with social media. I remember Shits and Gigs, they did apologize as well. Andrew Schulz probably got a little bit of backlash as well. And he is funny. Like, mostly when he was with the Charlemagne days and the Brilliant Idiots, like, I do think he's funny. I didn't like the joke. I'm not going to lie to you. But even with that being said, but at the same time, when he did that Meek Mill joke, I thought it was funny. But with that being said, again, he's a comedian. He makes jokes. He was just trying to make jokes. Some of them land, some of them bomb. It is what it is. Basically, Kendrick dropped his album GNX, and he referenced it on Whack Out Miros. Why we letting these comedians talk about black women? Something of that ilk. You know what I'm saying? And, of course, Andrew Schulz responded, saying, like, some stuff like, Kendrick, you small. Like, yo, I'll smash you. Like, I would have coitus with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, he would have intercourse with Kendrick, and it wouldn't be for pleasure. It would just be so I could do it. You're small. You ain't, like, just insinuating, saying some, like, homophobic stuff, if you will. But yeah, it was just like, it was whatever. It was kind of disrespectful. So there's been a little outrage, like Punch, Peter Rosenberg, and more bash Schultz's jokes about Kendrick Lamar. I'm not gonna lie. And see, the thing with Andrew Schulz is because of Charlemagne, the Charlemagne connection, and certain people he interviews and certain topics he does cover, like, he's kind of in the culture. I'm not gonna say like a main piece of the culture, like a fucking, even a Vlad or Adam 22 or even fucking who else? Bootleg Kev, I believe Brody name is. But like yeah, right. But he's adjacent and the connection to Charlemagne as well. So we just be looking at that shit like, what the fuck exactly what is going on? So yeah, I don't know. Especially with the year Kendrick's having, like, yeah, that was a nigga. He should just left them jokes alone. So, Kendrick Lamar versus Andrew Schulz is not a feud we saw coming. The former dissed the white comedians who mock black women on his new album, GNX. Many interpreted Schulz as the target of this general diss, yes, because it was the most relevant thing we've seen at the moment, including Schulz himself. He decided to make fun of Kendrick Lamar's size and claimed that he could easily have intercourse with him if he wanted. The comedian also pointed out that the rapper has stood up for black women despite co-signing controversial artists like Kodak Black and R. Kelly. I don't remember when he co-signed R. Kelly. It was a thing basically at the time when Spotify's like, we're gonna take problematic artists with certain like charges off of Spotify. We're not gonna do whatever. And Kendrick's like, yo, if that's the case, bro, like, just take off my shit. Like, I'm rocking with my peoples. Fuck all that, yada yada yada. So I think he's alluding to that situation. Now, Kodak is misunderstood. I will say that. Kodak is misunderstood. He is a misunderstood man. So I'm not going to fault him for that. If you know, you know. Like, bro, if you from some of these environments, y'all know what it is. Like, again, I'm not copping pleas for Kodak. I'm just saying I understand. I understand. Maybe I have a little sympathy or empathy for it. Maybe that's what it is. But to the surprise of absolutely nobody, the hip-hop road piled on Schulz, of course. Punch TD, of course, president of Kendrick's former label, got on Twitter to question the comedian's comments. He also alluded to the basis or biased way he feels Andrew Schulz looks at rappers. Wait, Punch tweeted. I know as a black man who's involved in hip-hop music that we are a bit slow and don't really understand sarcasm and humor. But did my guy say he wanted to sleep with Dot? Andrew Schulz also got bashed by Peter Rosenberg. The Hot 97 host also claimed that the comedian was operating in a vein not dissimilar to Conversate commenter Bill O'Reilly. Weird ass N word is what O'Shea Jackson Jr. said to Andrew Schulz. And as we know, O'Shea Jackson Jr., if you don't know, that's Ice Cube's son. He really fucked with Andrew Schulz. So it's crazy. So especially in Rosenberg's opinion, when it came to the joke about hip hop being misogynistic, Schulz is no different than Bill O'Reilly, the host, coined. Acting like K. Dot is too live crew, it shows Schulz doesn't actually like or understand hip hop. I will say this, maybe he's out of tune and maybe he doesn't really listen to Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar is like your conscience, if you will. He's always like speaking out on certain things and saying when other things should be right, or we should do this instead of do that. We holding our people back, yada yada yada, which is perfectly fine. That's the lane Kendrick is. Yes, there's certain misogynistic tendencies in hip hop, of course. Hip hop as a whole. Yes, you're trying to be the tough guy, the big savage. I drop anybody. All my ops, they ain't getting me. Like, you know, we all know that, but this wasn't about no misogyny. You was just speaking on some shit that maybe you should have just chilled out. Now, at the end of the day, I understand it was a joke and comedians told the line sometimes. I do understand that. But it's just one of those. I don't know why he had to react like that. Like, bro, why? I know he was on some Mike Tyson shit, because Mike Tyson used to intimidate, like, his opponents would say, yo, I will smash you. It ain't for pleasure. You know what I'm saying? Just to intimidate, like, a motherfucker before the fight. But, like, bro, you didn't need to say that. Like, I don't know, gang. Like, at the end of the day, like, I get, like, he's not tucking his tail, which I do respect, but it is what it is at the end of the day. Not all white guys are built the same, he stated. And, like, see, that's the thing. Certain motherfuckers understand that. As much as Logic be running... Okay, Logic biracial. I'm not going to use that. Parks on the Joe Budden podcast. As much as he is a Caucasian person, like, he's of the culture. I would say he's of the culture, and he's very respectful. Now, again, I see Andrew Schultz's culture adjacent. He's a little bit into the culture, but, again, there's certain aspects maybe he doesn't understand. That could be upbringing. That could be who he socializes with, etc. Like, bro, he just doesn't understand. And maybe, I don't know if he listens to Kendrick like that. Like, if you kind of knew that nigga catalog, like, you would know, like, he ain't even on that type of shit when you trying to throw out the misogynistic type of shit. Anyways, for some of us, black culture is not wacky fodder of a means to end. Rosenberg dubbed Schulz to take to be painfully bad, and question why his affiliation with Charlemagne has given him the right to speak on hip-hop culture. Okay, I already talked about O'Shea Jackson Jr. I'm not really gonna get into that as well. I already spoke about that. Yeah, it's bad take, man. It's gonna blow over. Just sit back, do your podcast, do your thing, go do your comedy shows, bro. But, like, this wasn't it. And then, yeah, I feel like because of that Charlemagne connection too, like, yeah, he was doing a little too much. But we'll see. Yeah, he should have just not said anything in this situation. But yeah, we'll see about that. But what do y'all think? Comments down below. Links in the description. Besides this, your friendly neighborhood K.A. signing off for today. The Blade TJ there while I'm doing this thing. My name ring bells like Quasimodo. Hit like, subscribe. Try a little bit more, you heard me. And I'm gone. Slime Zoom. Peace, y'all, gang. Aye.